Hi, you guys.
Evening.
Hope everyone is doing great today. Hold on one second. Let me get this set up here. Okie dokie. Okay. Can you give us a 5x5 and let us know if we are good? Because I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I want to make sure everybody.
At least I don't have echo this time.
Yeah, I can't believe I did that. I just wasn't used to that, and then it stopped. So you guys today, I'm hoping the microphone is good because we're having to use the one that's on the iPad is what I'm using today. I had some technical issues. The MacBook that I've been using, which is really fairly new. This is the second time it's happened that the Wi-Fi has gone out on it, and I can't seem to figure out how to fix it. But I just noticed it like 15 minutes before we went live, so I didn't have the time to try to figure it out. So we're using something else. So I hope that it works okay. Who's in the house today? We've got Pilgrim, Papa's Farm, Kneel to No One, Dusty Country Road, Outlaw Farms, Pilgrim, Black Cat, Coffee First. Thank you guys so much for being here. Country Heat, I believe, was first in the house today. Let's see. Sherry, I hope I'm saying that right. Sherry, Simply Tony. If I missed someone, I'm so sorry. Down the Rabbit Hole with D. Good to see you guys. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. B&J's Little Farm. Hey, good to see you, sis. Aaron Scissorhands, Steve Perry. Good to see you guys. Just a question real quick for you content creators out there. Do you guys ever get nervous before you do a live stream? I don't know. I've been doing this for like a year, and for some reason, I still get a little bit nervous and antsy before I do one. I don't know if that will dissipate or what's going to happen, but for some reason today, I'm a little bit more nervous than usual, and I'm not sure why. It might be because we've had a busy day and stuff. Yeah, he had physical therapy at 3:00. And then, and it's not around here. It was like 30 minutes away or something. So between the time there and then driving there and coming back, and then we decided to just run and get some Subway for dinner because I just didn't feel like messing with cooking and have all the time and stuff for it. So we just got home like about a half an hour ago. So that might be part of the reason.
There are physical therapists here in this town, but not everybody takes VA.
Yeah.
I've heard some of the providers say the VA's way too slow paying out, so they're screwing over the doctors and the veteran.
Yeah, because it's that Veterans Choice. Is that what it's called? Veterans Choice. Yeah.
Or My Healthy Vet.
Yeah. Where
first it came out Veterans Choice, and now I think they're calling it My Healthy Vet.
I'm not sure, but you can kind of for certain things you can pick someone like the VA clinic, which is not near us. It's like an hour away, but that's our local one. They said that you can for like they don't have a physical therapist there, so they said they'd have to send us for.
Well, also if you can't get, I don't know if it's 30 days or 90 days.
If you can't get seen for a certain procedure or something
for a
quick
certain
enough.
Time limit, then you can say no. I want to go to a civilian doctor because I want to go sooner.
Yeah, but the problem with that is it is bad. It is hard to find doctors that are in that network that will, because of the reasons that he said. Like a lot of it, like when he had his knee surgery, we're gonna get into some prepping and some different things in a minute, but I just thought I'd just talk to you guys a little bit and let you guys get in here. But when he had his knee surgery, he did get to go to a civilian doctor to do that, but shortly after that, I believe, or something, the doctor stopped doing. He said he wasn't. Yeah, he said he wasn't going to renew it for the next year because they were too slow on paying and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's
trying to lowball him.
Yeah, it's causing a lot of problems. So I don't know. Who else came in? Hey, Okie Khan, Random JL, Jamie, Mary Miles. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Okay, so we'll try to get into a couple of different scenarios and stuff like that in a little bit. But like by the thumbnail and stuff, it was like how much time do we have left? Are we running out of time? And I put a disclaimer up here. All this stuff is educational purposes only. These scenarios and things we talk about are meant to be fun. It's just to have fun. It's not like anything real or anything. So YouTube, don't come at us for that. Um, but I've been feeling lately that things are gonna just start moving really, really fast this year. Like, I'm excited for the year to see what happens, but I'm not scared. I'm more like just nervous or antsy. It might also be that us in the prepping community have been talking about, you know, SHTF and all this stuff for so long that it's like finally, coming to fruition and stuff.
Yeah.
And it might be, I'm just kind of antsy about that or something too. And like, just ready for it to kick off.
Well, it's kind of like our country's headed down the wrong path,
Mhm.
and the time's starting to run out to fix that.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was just trying to look at chat real quick here and stuff. Yeah, my screen is like so small. The words are so small. I'm like having to like sit up and squint. And I tried wearing my glasses too, and it wasn't like helping. So I'm like, well, I don't know if I need to go get my eyes rechecked or if it's just they're just getting so bad it's hard to see the words and stuff.
Get some readers from Dollar Tree, like me.
I might need some. Yeah, readers might actually help me better than because the ones I have are for seeing long distance because that's where I have a problem. But I don't have a problem seeing up close. But it might be from looking at screens and stuff so much. It might be kind of putting a strain on my eyes. I'm not
Well,
sure.
also, I might get some prescription eyeglasses, but like trifocals.
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all heard it. That somebody on here was talking about the trifocals. How you have the different layers. It says, but for shooting, you need to flip the prescription where the line that was in the bottom of the glasses is now at the top of the glasses in order to be able to see through your scope.
I don't wear.
And I'm just saying, people.
Yeah,
that
I do. I do wear my glasses when I shoot. Maybe that's what's causing part of the. I mean, I don't shoot bad though. So,
No.
But I can imagine if that was the problem and I flipped it, how good I would actually be then. But I don't know. So I want to ask you guys, do you think that this year is going to be a pretty bad year? What do you think is going to happen? I want to kind of get you guys involved in this discussion and stuff with us. I think April is a time to look at because, and this is just my opinion, is we're supposed to have a total eclipse, and that hasn't happened in the United States where you could see it in like 300 and something years. I don't remember the exact number or something. I think that that's pretty interesting. Here in Texas, you should be able to see it really good in April.
What date?
The 4th, 14th. I don't remember.
Okay, so we can order some freedom seeds before that happens.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know if that's going to cause some weirdness out there in the world or whatever. I kind of think something might happen more biblical on that day or around that day, but that's just my opinion. Like, I don't know. I just, because of it being a total eclipse
Yeah.
and how long it's been, but
How rare they are.
that's just my opinion on this. A lot of this is our own opinion. So I want to know what you guys think too. Shenanigans in large numbers 2024.
Random said the Simpsons are forecasting the blackout. And they've been correct on a few things.
Yeah, the Simpsons have been correct on quite a few things. It kind of makes you wonder the people up there, what kind of knowledge they have that we don't have. So I'm not sure about that. Also, with it being an election year, that's a lot. With the list that just came out, which, okay, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I cannot find this list anywhere. And the only thing I've seen is like a few different people on it. I mean, I was on.
Thank you down the rabbit hole. She was talking about need to seek care veterans.
Okay,
among other people.
I was on Twitter or X or whatever it is now. This is the first time I've been on it since they changed it over to X. Okay. So it's been a while. I was on there all over looking and stuff, and there was a lot of funny memes and stuff about it. So I don't think that we're ever going to know everybody that was on it or how they were involved, or even if any of them are going to get in any kind of trouble. I really don't. I think it's a distraction to distract us
Click
from
on
what is
outlaw forms.
this year's Civil War and World War III back to back right before or during elections. Yeah, I think by November, probably by October, we're going to actually be in full blown World War III.
Plus, maybe throw in a Revolutionary War as well.
Yeah.
All of that going on at the same time.
I think that there's a possibility that we will enter into a civil war, revolutionary war, something here on the home front. That's a cue for other countries to attack us because we are fighting ourselves and we're
Yeah.
depleted of all of our. I mean, this is my opinion. I don't know if I'm right. That's when I would attack. If I was another country trying to attack, I would do it when the country was down and they were at their weakest.
Well,
and
probably
when would you be weaker but during a civil war, revolutionary war, when we're fighting each other and using up all of our stuff?
Well, I think, in my opinion, civil revolution, it'll be the same war, but the conservatives will call it a revolution, and the Democrats will call it civil war.
Yeah, it might be look the same. It just will have a different name. It just depends. And also having like say like a civil war or whatever is going to be a little bit. It's going to be a lot different than how it was the first Civil War. So that's something to think about too.
Oh, definitely.
Also, this movie coming out called Civil War.
Yeah.
Coming out in April. I wonder if their timing for that is because they're trying to put it in people's minds to maybe start that or something. I don't know. I'm going down the rabbit holes here.
Well, I know they'll do whatever means necessary to keep Trump out of the office.
That's another thing. They might not even have an election at all. It's possible. I mean, if we're in full blown war and
Black
stuff,
Swan,
then they can
martial
do
law.
martial. They can enact martial law.
Suspend voting.
So let's talk about some scenarios with that real quick. Like if we had a martial law was enacted, what would you do? What would be the first things that you would do? Probably at that situation, I don't think that we would have like power grid issues or anything like that. I mean, it's a possibility.
Well, yeah, but cyber attacks on the power grid.
Yeah, I think that'd be localized though, and not like the whole country type of thing. It might be like little rolling blackouts and things like that. I mean, I could be wrong.
Okie Khan, I agree. I would like Texas to succeed.
Yeah, that's the issue is they absolutely do want us in civil war. And I'm thinking that maybe a reason that they're putting the movie out. And same thing with that Obama movie that just came out on Netflix or whatever. It's like, are they telling us what is about to happen, or are they trying to put this in our minds so that we can, you know, be afraid or think I don't know. It just seems weird at the timing for it.
Look at marriages, marriage counseling, and the irreconcilable differences. I think we have irreconcilable differences between the left and the right.
I would definitely be bugging out to get closer to all of you guys. What if you can't bug out? What if it's too late? And what if they're already at your door and they want to take you to a camp or something like that?
They'd be knocking down the front door and I'd be going out the back door.
What if they're surrounding the house and they're behind the back door too?
If I got to shoot my way out, I'll take. They better bring lots of body bags.
Yeah, I think we're not instigating any wars or fighting here, you guys. We're not trying to say go and do this, but you need to think about these things because, like, I mean, that's a possibility. What if they're, you know, at your front door knocking, but then they've also been covered around the house to the back to make sure that you're not coming out there. So then you need to be prepared to fight if you're leaving, because I don't think many people in this chat. Hey, Canadian, good to see you. I don't think many people. Hey, Everyday Survival, good to see you. I don't think many people would go to a camp willingly in
No.
this chat. I mean, there are people definitely that would. I don't think many people in this chat would go to a camp. So, you got to think about, okay, if you've got family and kids and spouses and whatever, parents that live with you, just different things like that, you need to think about what, I mean, if you're trying to fight your way out the back or something, you got to think about everybody else that you've got to get out too. So is it really worth it? I mean, you just need to weigh the pros and cons of everything and figuring out when is the best time to retreat. Definitely, when is the best time to fight? I know so many people say, well, I'm going to die on the castle or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, do you really want to do that? I mean, when you could just grab some gear and just leave and go somewhere else or something.
No.
I mean, try to live to fight another day.
Yeah.
You just need to know when is time. Hey, Rabbit, good to see you.
Well, I started using a shovel and dig a hole someplace in the yard that where I can hide everything. And if they're knocking on the front door, I'll let them in and say, "See, we don't have nothing." And when they leave, then we can leave.
My sidekick, Evening Prepping Artist, and her sidekick. Yeah, definitely won't be going. Yeah, it's just, everybody needs to determine this. Hey, Prepper Book Club, good to see you. Everybody needs to determine these things for themselves. There is no right or wrong answer, but you just need to be in the mindset to follow through with what you decide you're going to do. I think that's the biggest thing. Hey, Juan, good to see you. Hey, Kevin Ramsey. I don't know if I said hi to you yet, but hello.
Well, it's kind of like during the revolution. The people just kind of faded off into the woods, and you couldn't really go head to head with a professional army, but they took them down with guerrilla tactics, hit and run, do some damage, leave, come back, do some more damage, leave.
Yeah, like Black Cat said, indeed, pick your battles. I think that's the most important thing is making sure you understand what's at stake and what's going to happen. It's like, definitely you've got to decide, okay, well, I'm going to stay here until this happens and then I'm leaving or something like that. I know a lot of people don't want to bug out. We don't, because of where we live. There's a good chance that we wouldn't have to near as early as somebody that lived like smack dab in the middle of like a big city or something.
I think we'll have a heads up, a little bit of warning.
But no matter where you live at, you need to just be aware of different things. Like everybody's situation is going to be different according to where you live. Like if you live in a house, an apartment, in the city, in a small city, in the country, just different situations. So it's really hard. Hey, Norel, good to see you. It's really hard to put everybody in the same category. You know what I'm trying to say?
Norel, Vietnam, we had air supremacy. We had a far stronger military, but like you say, it's hard to fight guerrillas with a professional soldier.
You bug out to the Cayman Islands. Well, that's a good idea too.
I like the weather.
I'd rather not bug out. I'm not really prepared to, just because of where we're at and stuff. That's something that I am going to work on in the next couple of months. So I've got a good bug out bag. I got to check it, make sure everything's good in it and what I've got, and see if I need to add anything or take anything out. And that's a suggestion for you guys too. Even if you don't think you're going to bug out, it's never bad to have a bug out bag. Or if nothing else, just have it be your get home bag that you have in your car or something, just in case something happens when you're out, like, I don't know, an EMP or just you run out of gas, whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of scenarios and stuff. I would hope no prepper would run out of gas, but I can't say that we almost haven't done that a few times, because we have. We've been pretty low.
I want to buy a Navy surplus submarine.
Well, that would be awesome. We could bring a bunch of people with us, couldn't we?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
And just do island hopping.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the tropics, eat a lot of fruit, hike.
Yeah. Natural disasters are just something. Hey, Jim Shady, good to see you. Natural disasters are just something too that is like maybe a small SHTF situation for a localized area or something, but it's still significant to you. I've been through myself, I've been through 3 different hurricanes and they're no fun. I stayed for 2 of them. One of them I left with my mom and family and went a little bit farther in Louisiana. But that's something to think about too, is just having a bag, some supplies, just so you could go for a few days. Because if there is a disaster, there is a chance too that hotels and stuff might be full. So, especially if you're all going in the same direction to get out of the way of it, especially if it's like a hurricane or something.
I'm gonna get me a little ice.
Okay, so that's just kind of something to think about. Is it doesn't have to be like a global or the United States or world or whatever type of situation. It could be just something simple like that that you need to prepare for too. Current technology, if an enemy has air supremacy, they can see and hit you in the dark from many miles out and you won't hear a thing. Guerrilla warfare has changed. Yeah, Minuteman. That's true.
That's kind of why I wanted to get into long distance precision shooting.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Trying to think of what else we didn't really cover on this.
And I did a little looking up before we came on. I'm not really thinking we're going to have a nuclear war, but it's like I found out in 1984, the doomsday clock. 1984, when the relations with Russia were at the worst, we were 3 minutes to midnight. Cuban Missile Crisis in 62, which I thought was the closest, said we were 7 minutes to midnight on the doomsday clock. Just a little bit ago, they've got it at 90 seconds before midnight on the doomsday clock.
It's been changing. Even in the last few years, it has changed with just everything that's going on. I don't want to say never for any kind of situation because you really never know. I mean, anything is possible. I mean, Putin's kind of crazy, so he might just throw nukes at us if he feels like if he feels like he's not going to win.
I'm a little more worried about Korea.
Yeah. I mean, we've made a lot of enemies, the United States. We really have. So there's no telling really. Now I have 2 minutes stuck in my head. Coffee first said. So there's really no way to tell exactly what is going to happen and in what order. And again, this is not any kind of fear mongering or anything like that. This is just realistic that this year there's probably going to be a lot of things going on. One thing, like I said earlier, is that there's going to be misdirection a lot too, to get you looking at something when they're trying to do something else. I think that that's going to be a big thing.
No, they're experts at misdirection.
Exactly. And I think that's going to continue on this year. So whenever they want to show you something and it's all over the news or whatever, do some research and see what is being suppressed and what they're not liking, because that's what is a bigger news story than what they're talking about.
What was it? Finland you were talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And the bunkers they had for their civilians?
Yeah, like they said, I was watching a video, Atlas Survival. If you guys don't know, he's got a YouTube channel on here. He builds bunkers and stuff. He's actually based, I just found out, like a half an hour away from us. I didn't know that. Don't have the money for one, but it's nice to know. But I was watching a video and he went to Finland to check out they've got like a really huge one that holds like 16,000 people. But they said that they've got enough bunkers that are in circulation for at least 75% of their citizens. I didn't look at the facts here, but you know what the U.S. has for us? Probably about zero, because we are not elitists
Yeah.
and they don't care
Oh,
what
they,
happens to
they've
us.
got them in Washington,
Well,
D.C.
I'm saying they have them for the uber wealthy and
Well,
stuff
they've
like
got it
that.
for the
but-
politicians and for
yeah.
the generals.
Yeah, but you know, us citizens, us little peons, they don't care about us.
Cheyenne Mountain and Washington.
If I was to be president, actually, that's what they need as president. Is they need a prepper as president, because we know how to get good deals. We know how to stock up on stuff so we never run out. I mean, there's so many things that you could learn from being a prepper and stuff.
Well,
But I would set up bunkers all over the United States for regular civilians to go in case something
Well, I think
happened.
it was in the 50s they started building fallout shelters in a whole lot of cities.
But I don't.
But they've gone in disrepair.
Exactly. They haven't kept them up, and
No.
I don't think that they would even protect you from anything
No.
anymore. And if you can even find them anywhere, because it's not like they want to tell you that this is where it's at and stuff. I mean, you might be able to do some research and find some, but I can't guarantee any of them would be.
Rabbit Coyote said there's a deer in the front yard.
Aw, that's cute. We had a deer once or twice in our backyard. We saw there was, I haven't seen any in our front yard. I saw one like kind of down the street, almost by our line of our property, and then one across the street.
I put
But some guy that drives down here and they talk a little bit and stuff like that told him that he's seen a bunch of deer in our property. So I don't know.
I put some deer corn out in the front yard yesterday. So
Let's see if we get some more out there. Forrest, you can start. I'm here now. Well, we've been starting for about a half an hour already. So
better late than never.
but it's okay. Join the party. Come on in. We're just talking about some different things that might happen this year, because we are in a new year, and you know, there's a lot of different things going around about what might happen and stuff. I think mainly World War III is probably going to really start to kick off. It has to at sometime soon, because that will kickstart the 3.5 year tribulation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and the Antichrist coming into power and stuff. So
when does everybody think
Go
that
ahead.
the ammo is going to dry up?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I think was John talking about that this morning
I
or
think
something.
so.
Said something, which I mean, anytime that there's fear and panic and things are happening, like when there was shutdown and things like that, everything dried up and stuff. So I mean, that could happen fairly quickly this year too. That's a good possibility. And if not, what you can get, the prices are probably going to go, pretty high. So my suggestion is, if you don't have what you need, maybe try to get a little bit more, something like that, before it gets kind of ridiculous. Because that's another thing. I'm wondering if the government is trying on purpose to outprice all this stuff, so that way it's like, well, we can't afford it and don't want to buy it and stuff.
The IRS, the Park Service, all kinds of places that you don't think of having guns.
What does an IRS need like all that ammo and stuff, guns for? It makes no sense to me, unless they want to come and take ours, which that's another conspiracy thing. But I wouldn't put it past them.
No.
Like I said,
I don't trust them as far as I can throw them.
All these different things that we've been talking about that could possibly happen. I mean, I wouldn't put it past anything. I mean, I'd go as far as to say that, zombies are possible at some point. I mean, who's to say that they don't want, to take a couple of vaccines or a couple of diseases that we have, mix them together and create some kind of a zombie virus.
Well,
or
actually,
something.
there's been some doctors say that there could be something that looks a lot like zombies, a mutated rabies virus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of different things that could happen and stuff. So just, keep prepping, keep praying, just keep doing the things that you guys do.
The people with zombies aren't dead, but they will infect you by biting you.
Yeah. uh, the one reason that I like bows is I can make my own ammo. Yeah, and yeah, they're reusable to an extent. So that it's always a good thing to have that on hand too, because if
Well,
the ammo dries up, then you can, make your own and have your own bows and stuff.
well, I've got about 20 bolts for my crossbow with broadhead tips on them.
Yes, Bamajan. It tells us in the Bible too to be on the watch out and watch for the signs, and I think a lot of different signs are starting to come up.
Yep.
So yeah, that's. Sorry, let me see here. The zombies are already here. Seen them the last 3 years. Yeah, not that kind of zombies, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Kind of act like it.
Did everybody hear?
Go ahead.
Did everybody? I assume everybody heard there was another school shooting today, and I'm sure that the liberals will try and push gun control again, but they don't seem to be pushing it. The shooter had a pump shotgun, not an AR.
It doesn't matter. They're still going to
Yeah.
be, and I'm gonna be praying for all the victims, all the families, different things like that. It's
last I
just
saw,
sad. It was their first day back to school from the Christmas
Right.
break.
And it was but it was actually before school started. It was when they were having the free breakfast.
Yeah, but
And
a
there
lot
was-
of people show up at that
Yeah.
time though.
And they were saying it's a pump shotgun with a small caliber handgun.
Yeah. So
And he supposedly self-inflicted.
so that'll probably be on the docket for them to talk about trying to.
And they
do
were
that
saying
again.
he did post some stuff online before he did this.
Yeah, you know what I think that they need to do, instead of worrying so much about some of this stuff, they need to start. Okay, now you guys are
One thing, don't say his name.
Well, that's one thing. Don't give the person credit. But the other thing is, and I don't mean censoring because I absolutely hate that, but maybe watching online, have some people to see if people are posting things like a what's it called that they leave table
Posting what?
no, when somebody does a shooting or something, they leave a
Manifesto.
yeah, I couldn't think of the word. Manifesto or something. See if, kind of look online and see if you see things like that. Have the police do more with proactive before something happens like that.
They're watching all right. They're watching to see what conservatives say.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're watching the wrong people and the wrong things,
And I think some of them are seeing the postings of these people and letting it go because it falls in their agenda to try and take our guns away. And when the government takes your guns away, next thing you're going to do is take away your liberty and your life away.
Yeah, but what if these people hey Anthony, good to see you.
Well,
what if Tara, good to see you. I don't know if I said hi to you guys or not. I'm sorry. What if the Democrats are actually paying people or threatening people and stuff, saying you need to do this so that you can push our agenda and we'll take care of your families and stuff? What if they're actually trying to push this on so that it looks bad for what's going on? I mean,
I know I saw one.
I don't know. I've got a lot of conspiracies I'm kind of thinking in my mind.
I saw one school superintendent, I forget what state, what city, said that our teachers are armed and they are trained, and if you try to harm our students, we will kill you.
Hey, Michigan Outpost, good to see you. Yeah, there's been a lot of people talking about like mind control lately and stuff, how AI is going to be involved in that type of thing. It's really interesting to me because I feel like the mark of the beast is going to be something with like mind controlled and how the Antichrist, because it says the mark on your forehead or on your hand. The forehead is your mental thinking, your I can't think of the words I'm looking for, but
Mindset.
Yeah, the way you're
Brainwash.
I mean, that's it kind of to me sounds like the AI is going to it's going to be like reading your mind and from the, you know,
Well, they want to put chips in people's brains so they can uh, make it convenient so you can do things by just thinking it.
yeah. Did any
Uh,
of you guys see the TV show? I know some of you guys did, the 100. Okay, this is kind of freaky because this kind of thinks makes me think that this is actually a possibility or something that they're trying to do because they're trying to do some weird stuff. With the they took their person's memories out of their brain and put them on a chip and put them into someone else's head, and it's like the other person after they had died and stuff. It's like their memory chip and stuff of whatever every memory that they had and who they were as a person and stuff. I mean, that is some freaky stuff that I wouldn't put it past. Like AI has come so far that we don't even know what they're capable of, what it can do.
the Bohr resistance is futile.
Yeah. It's just everything that they can do is just kind of freaky. I mean, even Elon Musk has said stuff about
Well, you know what they
AI.
say, science fiction is just a precursor to science fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, who among us might be AI generated? Wait a minute, you didn't know that we were? I'm just kidding. Hey, CUCV farmer, good to see you. I like that, Minute Man. There are only two persons allowed in my mind, myself and the Holy Spirit.
Yep.
Amen to that. All right, let's try to see how much time we still got. Like 20 minutes. Man, I just feel like I've been blah blah blah. Blah. I kind of have, haven't I? Yeah.
I'm having a hard time getting a word in edgewise.
Okay, go ahead.
Well,
I'll let you.
I'll
I'll give you the stage for a minute.
I enjoy letting you run.
Let me run my mouth for a little bit. Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about then? I don't know. I think we've pretty much covered just about everything there is to cover for it. I will say,
as usual, anytime anybody wants to come on board.
Yeah, I don't have the link posted up right
okay.
now though. If anybody wants to come up, I can put the link on here real quick. If anybody wants to come up for the last 20 minutes, let me pull it up real quick, and I will put it up on here if I can. Can't guarantee I can. Yeah.
Yep, Jim's 80, Star Trek.
Yeah, it's just really weird how a lot of the stuff is coming true. Sorry, I can't talk obviously and do this at the same time. Okay, there's the link if anybody wants to come up. I'm gonna go ahead and pin it. Okay, that's pinned. Yeah, so and also you guys, if you after the video's over, if you guys leave a comment or something like on a topic or something that you want to talk about, because like I said, this year is going to be really crazy and there's probably going to be a lot of things going on. We're also, I've got some other videos in the works that I want to do too besides the live streams.
Yeah, we ordered some
solar lighting,
security lighting for the house, and we're gonna do an unboxing, and then I'll show you me putting it up. And,
yeah, when we do our review videos, because we're gonna do a few different ones. You know, we'll do them every once in a while. I don't want to overwhelm you, but when we do the review videos, it's basically something that we bought, we paid for, we tried out to see if it works good, if it's worth the hype, if it's good, you know, cost and stuff. None of it's going to be super expensive because we're not rich or anything. We're, you know, quite the opposite. We just, you know, we're just surviving just like everybody else out there. But
yeah, I started digging my bunker with the shovel.
Yeah, so I mean, we're trying to find ways to do things cheap, which I'm actually going to do a video too about ways to save money this year too. So I've got a few different videos in the works. But yeah, like I said, these came from Amazon, and I just wanted to do a video on them because again, for a pretty good deal. Like there's a bunch of discounts on them and stuff, and they're high lumen. So I want to see if they actually work good and stuff. That way I can let you guys know. And if you're in the market for something like that, then you know where to get it from or what. Otherwise, you know, Minute Man. He said he clicked the link. It shows how ugly I really am, but I don't want to break the internet. Oh, come on. That's not true.
He can't be any worse than me.
Hey, the Virginia Bushcrafter. Good to see you. Good to see you. What? You're surviving. You're doing good. Well, in Joe's economy, we're doing the best that we can. Let's just put it that way.
Black Cat really gets is that's hard work with the shovels. Well, it's getting me in shape.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to rent an excavator, but that's like $400 or $500 for a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're trying to do a bunch of little projects, kind of DIYs and stuff. So I might bring you guys along on those rides too when we do those, and do some videos of them and stuff. We might start doing a couple of live streams a week. We might just decide to do a pop up one at some time or something.
I agree, a minute, man. He says I'm pretty homely too.
Oh, jeez. All right, you guys. I think that we're gonna just go ahead and end it a little bit early. There's a couple of people that go on after us. Vision Preparedness does, and Native Voice do. So if the mods could please put some links up for them, and put links up for everybody that's in here too. All the great content creators, because we have a lot of them. They all do very well and everything. You know, you guys, if you're not subbed to them, go check them out, subscribe to them, you know, give them some love, tell them I sent you.
And how about this next Thursday? Have some of you all join us on the panel.
Yeah, we'll do that too. We'll bring it up for you guys for next week. And again, if you guys have any ideas for any scenarios or what you want to talk about, just leave us a comment after the video's over. Plus, leaving comments kind of helps the algorithm a little bit. Same thing with giving us a thumbs up, you know, kind of smash that button, help the algorithm, because, you know, being on YouTube, we are kind of censored, and, you know, YouTube just doesn't like to show us.
Maybe I ought to start a one night a week where it's bearded dudes with cigars shooting the shit.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good. You can get like Backwoods and Papas and some of them up on there and stuff. That would be a great show. All right, you guys. I guess we're gonna go ahead and end it here then. But I thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. You guys have been. You guys are absolutely amazing.
There, you don't have to be here. There's all kinds of things you could be doing instead of watching this ugly mug.
It's not ugly, but
well, you got to say that.
I don't have to. I could be mean, but I'm not going to be. Okay, you guys. So you all have a wonderful, blessed night, and we will talk to you later. Okay? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.